Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating cultural shift happening right now around the classic August festival of Raksha Bandhan. We're going to explore how modern generations are completely rethinking what it actually means to show care for their siblings. It's like we're moving away from those short-lived traditions and stepping right into a brand new era of holistic well-being.
So, be honest with yourself for a second. Is another box of chocolates really the best way to say I care? I mean, we all fall into these traditional, kind of lazy gifting habits when August rolls around, right? We grab the assorted sweets, maybe an envelope of cash, or, a generic coffee mug. But today, we're going to challenge those superficial offerings. We really need to ask whether they actually convey that deep, unspoken promise of mutual respect and care that this festival is supposed to represent. Okay, let's dive into this by first just honoring the core historical significance of the festival. Historically, Raksha Bandhan centered around a sister tying a sacred thread around her brother's wrist, and in return, the brother vowed to protect her from physical danger. It's an absolutely beautiful tradition, but it was definitely suited for a very different era with entirely different social dynamics. Now, look at the fascinating contrast between that historical dynamic and our modern reality. Today, sibling dynamics are way more equal. Sisters are fiercely independent, and honestly, brothers often rely on them for emotional support, career advice, and financial guidance. Because these roles have leveled out, the whole concept of protection has totally transformed. Modern protection doesn't mean fighting off physical threats anymore. It actually means checking in on your siblings' mental health, encouraging them to take a breather from their chaotic lives, and helping them build healthy daily habits. Section 1. The Wellness Gifting Trend. This brings us to a massive, generation-wide cultural shift in how we actually buy gifts for this occasion. According to a 2023 consumer gifting report by the Retail Wellness Network, over 45% of millennial and Gen Z shoppers are ditching traditional sweets and cash entirely during festivals. Almost half of these generations now prefer giving personal care, wellness, and self-care products. To put that into perspective, that is a staggering shift in consumer behavior for such a historical holiday. And the reason for this shift? Well, it's pretty simple. People want to provide tangible value over superficial offerings. Modern consumers want their presents to literally say, I see how hard you work and I want you to take care of yourself. They want to actively improve their loved ones' daily lives rather than just, ticking a box for a festival ritual. Let's bring this abstract data to life for a minute. The source material shares this highly relatable conversation between a brother and sister, Rahul and Sneha, who were sitting over coffee right before the festival. Rahul says, another box of assorted chocolates or a generic coffee mug feels so lazy. He realizes that standard gifts require absolutely zero thought, and more importantly, they completely ignore his sister's actual health goals, like the fact that she's actively trying to cut down on sugar. Sneha's response perfectly illustrates a very specific, modern problem. She notes that her skin has been breaking out from all the late nights and screen time at the office, and she barely has the energy to research proper creams. She says, I'd much rather have something I actually need. This hits the nail right on the head. This is exactly what we mean when we talk about tangible value. She is stressed, her physical well-being is taking a hit, and a generic gift does literally nothing to help her out. So, Rahul pivots. He suggests getting her a complete, high-quality skincare routine instead, something to help her actually unwind before bed. And Sneha's reaction? Now that sounds like you actually care about my stress levels. By pinpointing a specific problem his sister was facing and offering a curated solution, Rahul elevated the whole experience from a generic transaction to an act of genuine care. Think about it this way. Let's just weigh the physical gifts themselves. A box of chocolates? That disappears in 2 days. A bouquet of flowers? Wilts in a week. But a well-curated skincare routine? That lasts for months. Every single morning and every single night when your sibling uses those personal care items, they're reminded of your thoughtfulness. It's this daily, lasting reminder of your bond. Section 2. Skincare as ultimate care. So we know skincare makes the ultimate statement of attentiveness. But let's be real, building a regimen from scratch can be incredibly overwhelming. It's like a giant puzzle. This is exactly why curated gift combos have become so wildly popular. Take Timb's gifting combos as a prime example. They provide synergistic regimens, which basically takes all the guesswork out of the equation for you, the gift giver. You don't have to stress about accidentally buying products with clashing active ingredients. Instead, you get a premium experience designed to address specific lifestyle needs right out of the gorgeous packaging. And this brilliantly illustrates what we mean by a premium experience. Timb uses meticulous, clean ingredients. For skincare, they utilize rich body butter and bath soaps to soothe and repair the skin. For hair care, their shampoos, conditioners, and oils are curated using essential oils for a perfect routine. So whether your sibling is a minimalist who just wants a quick wash and go, or someone who loves a luxurious multi-step nighttime regimen, the focus is entirely on quality and effectiveness. Section 3. Choosing the perfect gift.
Okay, so if you are convinced that wellness is the way to go for this year's festival, how do you actually choose the right products? Let's pivot to a highly actionable, practical guide to totally upgrading your gifting strategy. Here are 3 clear steps to ensure the wellness combo you choose perfectly matches your sibling, all without giving away the surprise. Step 1, sleuth their skin type. Step 2, consider their daily lifestyle. And step 3, check the ingredients. Let's break these down so you can execute this flawlessly.
Step 1 is all about discreet investigation. If you live with them, just do a little harmless snooping on their bathroom shelf and decode the vocabulary on their bottles. If you see words like mattifying, oil control, or salicylic acid, they likely have oily or acne-prone skin. On the flip side, if their bottles say deep hydration, ceramides, or nourishing, they probably struggle with dry skin. And hey, if you don't live together, just casually ask them about their favorite daily products in regular conversation. Step 2 requires some lifestyle context. Think about their day-to-day. If your brother works in field sales and is constantly exposed to outdoor sun and pollution, he needs a combo focused on deep cleansing and heavy broad-spectrum SPF. Actually, a vitamin C serum would be an absolute game changer for him. But if your sister works 12-hour shifts in the dry, air-conditioned air of a hospital or an office, she's going to benefit immensely from a rich, restorative night cream and a hydrating facial mist. Finally, we have step 3. Look, modern consumers are incredibly conscious about what goes on their bodies, and rightly so. You absolutely must choose clean ingredients. Steer clear of products with harsh parabens or sulfates, especially if your sibling has sensitive skin. Remember, you want this gift to relieve stress, not cause a chemical reaction. As we wrap up today's explainer, I want you to remember this. The traditions we grew up with are beautiful, but the way we express the emotions behind those traditions must evolve as we grow. Upgrading to a curated wellness gift honors the unbreakable bond of Raksha Bandhan in a profoundly modern way. It is so much more than just handing over a present. You are literally handing them a daily reminder to pause, breathe, and take care of themselves in a chaotic world. Which leaves us with this final, important question. This year, will you just go through the motions and grab those last-minute sweets? Or will you actively improve your siblings' quality of life by giving them a daily reminder to pause and breathe? The choice is entirely yours. But as the data and modern relationships show, there's truly no better way to say, I care about you, than investing in their wellness. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and happy gifting.